a lot of talk about inflation. Everyone's always about inflation. One of the things that I didn't realize was also being affected by it were ice cream trucks.
Oh, is that right?
I thought, yeah, I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be the $1.50 or $2 that you would have when I was growing up and you were growing up, where they would come through with the, you'd have the baseball mitt that was cherry with the bubble gum baseball in the middle that tasted like chalk because it had been frozen for 8 years.
That was never good gum. Never good gum in there.
No, but you would still buy it thinking this time is going to be different. So I was surprised when I heard a dance remix almost of Turkey in the Straw blaring in my neighborhood. And I was like, is that an ice cream truck? And sure as crap it was. So I look outside and it was like the name of the truck and then ice cream or Italian ice. So I was like, do I want some? Do I not want some? Like, kids just went back to school this week here in Florida. And so no one was stopping. So it passes by the house and yeah.
As I was riding down the road with a two-horse.
Well, wasn't that? That's
too good. Yeah, it's got to be really cheap. That is way
too good. Yeah, really.
So it's just a crap speaker that's barely alive.
No, this one had like updated speakers and had the boots and pants underneath it, like boots and pants and boots and boo do 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 boo do 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 boo do 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 boo. And I was like, wow. So anyway, as it came back around past my house the second time, a kid right there. That's it. That is the sound of youth and shitty bubble gum. That is the exact soundtrack of shit gum right there. So long story short, comes back around, kid 2 doors down, tracks it down right in front of my house. So I'm like, all right, I got to see what this is all about. Because maybe I go out and get some and relive my youth. Maybe I don't. I'm not quite sure. And so I see the kid, like the guy stops the car, the truck, pulls back around, comes out the window. Hey, kid, how's it going? Da, 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 da. And then he points to the sign of 3 separate sizes. Yeah. So I don't know if they're scooping like real ice cream or real Italian ice in this particular ice cream truck, but it was not that. It wasn't like pre-made things. So then I look a little closer. Small was $6.50. A medium was $10.
Oh, mama.
And a large was $14. Oh. Who just has 14? Like, it took forever to get my parents to give me $2.50 for the Ninja Turtle bar. Who's going out going, hey, Ma, can I get $14 for neighborhood ice cream?
Was it any good?
It looked like then I became intrigued because I didn't go out and buy some. And then I became intrigued, and I'm like, well, now I got to look up this truck, and it actually looks pretty damn good.
Yeah,
like it looks pretty fresh. It's not like the frozen crap you got as a kid. But I was still like, who's just got $14 lying around?
Yeah, I mean that's.
For ice cream from the ice cream truck. Like, you walk up to that and you're thinking, I'm in for maybe 5, 7, with inflation from 30 years ago, but $14 for a large?
It's almost like you're in one of those bougie food truck areas like in Austin or Portland or something. That must have been some swank ice cream. I don't think any self-respecting ice cream man is selling it for $14.
Well, because then I started thinking of like, is that a lucrative business model anymore of ice cream man?
I honestly, as a kid,
whoever made money.
I know. But you know what? When I was a kid, that was my first wish of a job to be. I thought the ice cream man has to be the richest person in the world because clearly everybody wants ice cream. Look at this line.
True. Yes,
and in my mind, I didn't think cost of goods and markup,
gas and I just copyright for Turkey in the Straw.
I just thought he just kept all this cash, and then I had the brilliant idea that in the winter I would be the hot chocolate man.
Oh, okay.
Because, when you're in Chicago in the dead of winter, you hear a song out the window and you want to get your boots on and your coat and your hat and go chucking down the street. Hot chocolate man, hot chocolate man.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I was going to be a mogul. I was going to be a mogul.
You were, but yeah, $14 for ice cream for a large. Now $6.50 for a small. I assume that's what most kids are going for. But even at $6.50 for some ice cream in your neighborhood, it's not Mr. Softy. I'll tell you that much.
Just looking at that picture, though, how stressful was it when you got up to the truck and you had to choose?
That was the worst.
You had
that was the worst,
and the clock was ticking, man. The ice cream man didn't want to be there.
No, no. The kids behind you were like, "Hey, hurry up, Windmacher!"
And you could, it's like, how can you pick? And you just, and I always ended up with the red, white, and blue rocket. That's how somehow that's what I always ended up with. Yeah.
Well, and part of the stress too was how much money did your parents give you? How much could you get them to give you? And then you had to budget. It was the first time you were learning about economics as a child because you wanted the Ninja Turtle, right? I always wanted the Ninja Turtle. It had like the 2 chocolate eyes or whatever the hell the eyes were. And, it was like lemon ice or whatever. It looked like a Ninja Turtle. Like, that's what I want. But that was always out of my price range.
Yeah.
So then you would blurt out, did you guys have the screwdriver in yours? It was like this
real
pink
long.
No, it was like this pink mushy like plastic cone. Like it almost looked like the plastic version of the water cooler cup that's like a triangle.
Oh yeah.
And at the bottom was more of that shitty gum. Yeah. Like instead it was a smaller gum ball, and you'd have to like it was almost like a combination of a cherry push up and ice. Like it wasn't ice cream, it wasn't a snow cone, it was some amalgamation of both with some just frozen gum at the bottom, which you were like, oh, I really want to get to that gum, and then it ruined everything.
And has anybody, and give us a call on the monkey line, it's always freezer burned, right? It's never good. No matter what. No. This one may very well have been. Maybe they've got it figured out in your neighborhood.
Well, yeah, because it looked like they were scooping actual ice cream or Italian ice into an actual cup because they had sizes, unlike what you saw. Because you're right. My dad every once in a while would have a craving for like the Nestle Crunch on a stick bar, like ice cream bar. And when the ice cream man came around, he would then be like, oh, I'll pay. And it was always crap. Like he would bite into it like, this isn't what I wanted. I thought it was gonna be better. And my sister would always panic buy the pre-packaged red, white, and blue snow cone. Yeah. That was just basically, it was 4 layers of actual ice.
Yeah.
And you got one chunk of cherry flavor and a slight blue, which was blue raspberry. And then the rest was just, hey, you just ate a bunch of ice and paid 75 cents.
It was like Arctic permafrost. You could not get through it. It was awful.
No. You lost a chip, the tooth.
And if you got a popsicle, it had melted the night before, and so you took the paper off, and it was like these strings.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the one time I finally got the Ninja Turtle, half his eye had drooped from the day before. So it's like his eyes were like one was up here, one was down here. You're like, oh. So yeah. That's awful. Price has gone up on ice cream, kids. If it's coming through your neighborhood, this particular truck, be ready to shell out $14 for a large ice cream.
That's intense. That is intense. Hey, we have an FDA warning that we need to let you know about because we are here to serve the public. You know, we still have our FCC radio licenses, and so we understand that we are operating in the public industry, even though we're on the bullshit internet now.
Right, exactly. We have obligation to spread information, especially when it becomes this ridiculous.